Hello Flosstube, how are you guys? My name is Melanie if you're new here, and I am a cross stitcher, sewer, and knitter living in the state of Michigan. I've had so many new subscribers join my channel, and I just want to say thank you. I've gotten to connect with so many of you through the comments, and that's why I do Flosstube. That's why I do it. I love connecting with people. I love meeting new people. And even if we just exchanged a little laugh or a smile, I feel like I know you. And it means so much to me. So thank you. Thank you. Welcome to all of you. I have so much to share with you today. It has been 2 weeks and I have a ton to share with you. So let's jump into it. Let me grab my notes. So first of all, I thought I'd give you kind of the agenda for today. So I'll do some life updates like I always do. I will talk about all of my stitching. I have one finish and a bunch of whips that I stitched on. Then I'll talk about some haul. I was a little bit bad, not so bad, but a little bit bad. And then near the end, I will talk about my project bag giveaway from last time, the Oh Say Can You See flag bag. I had 152 entries for that flag bag, which makes me so happy that you guys like it. And then I'll show you my next design that I've come up with. And then we'll talk shout outs and our happy card. So let's get started. We have so much to talk about. So life updates, you know, the past 2 weeks has been pretty chill around here. Lot of garden updates I have to show you. I'm going to include some videos of my seeds. Everything seems to be taking off. Like I said, I mean, we've had a lot of rain, but I just can't get over how I go outside and it's just like Jack and the Beanstalk. Like, the next time I go out there, I'm going to be able to climb the thing. So let me insert a picture of all of my garden beds here. These are the Shasta daisies. These are doing really well here. And then in the phlox garden, the first one is really coming up. Those in the back are lupines. Nothing on the second one yet. Third one's coming up. Nothing on the fourth. That fifth one's coming up. And the sixth one under the tree. This is my cosmos, which has like tripled in size, so I think it loves this spot. Here are my powder puffs, which are coming up like crazy. And then here are my zinnias. These are probably the easiest flower I've ever grown. They just love to grow. Okay, here are the blanket flowers after 2 weeks. And then these in the corner are the echinacea. And these are my forget-me-nots. And then back here, these are the ones I've been most worried about. This is my black-eyed Susans in the back. And they have gotten bigger, but they're growing at a much slower rate than some of the other plants. I don't get a ton of sun against this fence. And then these are the Shasta daisies. Then I have a couple more. There's a black-eyed Susan, Shasta daisies. And then these over here is probably the shadiest part of the yard. So these are struggling the most, but this Shasta daisy right here is doing really well. There's a black-eyed Susan, and another Shasta daisy. So we'll see if these guys on this side make it. So they're growing, right? I mean, it's amazing what a little bit of sunshine and water can do. And we've had tons of storms. As a matter of fact, last night through probably midnight to like 4 a.m., the storms were so intense. It sounded like my roof was gonna blow off. And you know, I'm sleeping, and then it's, of course, this gigantic crack of thunder, and then it's a stampede in the house. All the dogs are up, and they're running. I'm trying to get them out from under beds and bring them back upstairs. So it was just like a nonstop stampede all night. But I guess we actually had a tornado touchdown at one point. I don't know for how long or any of the good details on that, you know, what category or anything like that. But I do know that a tornado did touch down in Michigan yesterday. So I hope if you got storms, everything's a-okay. I hope your roofs are on. I hope nothing got damaged. It seems like it was a pretty big deal in the Midwest. So other than that, doing the gardening, happy Father's Day to all you fathers out there. It was a quiet day for me. We are actually going to celebrate with my grandfather and stepfather next weekend because we had plans this weekend. So we'll get to do those celebrations next weekend. But I remembered my own sweet father who I lost many years ago, but many happy memories there, and I'm grateful to have had him for as long as I have. So love to all of you who may have lost a dad or it was a hard day for you. Just focus on the good stuff, focus on the memories, focus on the happiness. Okay, so let's talk stitching. I have so much stitching to show you. I actually managed to just get in a couple of hours every night and do stitching, even though I've been sewing a ton too, so let's talk about it. So first let's talk my Just Get It Done June sale. I'm doing that with Bonnie, the log cabin stitcher. And she came up with this idea when she was walking through the woods, and kind of as a sequel to Mania, to be able to get some progress on the stuff that you started and be able to make some progress on some old whips. There was no rules about it, just stitch on stuff and get it done. So that's what we did. And I made a planner page, of course. So my plans were, let me find it here. I got a lot of planner pages. Okay, so my plans were the 7th through the 10th to work on the Modern Folk Embroidery Sale, the 11th through the 14th to work on Lizzie Kate's Boo and Winter by Little House Needleworks, and then the 15th through the 18th to work on Pink Sparrow. So I will say with that plan, I did not deviate too far. So let's start with the 7th through the 10th. So I did start off by working on the Modern Folk Embroidery Sale, and for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with this piece, this is a 12-part piece being released monthly. We do know what the whole piece looks like, and I'll insert a picture of it here. But you have options. You can vary your colors, you can do monochromatic, or you can do the other option, which is like a light and a dark color, and there's a significant amount more stitching in that version because you're stitching kind of all the negative space in the lighter color. So that's what I chose. Now the two colors that I chose are 3031, which is a chocolate brown DMC color, and 3064, which is named Desert Sand. It's like a light pink, and I am stitching mine on 32 count light sand Belfast. And here's where I got. So I worked a ton on March, and you know I always forget this. Let me insert a picture of where I was last time. Okay, so you can see the progress that I made. I got all the way over to the edge of the piece, so that's as wide as it's going to be. And then I did a bunch of the interior work there. I got the majority of the vase done. I went down and around here on this area, which was all of the space to fill in. Isn't that just so pretty how your fabric comes through in there and makes those designs? It's just so opposite to what we're used to, right? We're used to stitching the design itself. So I just think that is such a cool look. And I just love these colors. I love how it's turning out. This is only, I'm still working on March here. So this is January, February in the middle is the heart, and then this is March. So again, a lot of people have done a phenomenal job of keeping up. I am loving watching their progress. There is a hashtag MFESale 2021. If you want to, I think it's 2021 sale. I'll include the link here on the screen. If you want to go take a look at their progress, I love the colors. I love the blues. I've seen it in green. I've seen it in pinks and reds. It's such a pretty piece. I think you could pick any two colors and it would look amazing. And then there's a lot of us who are just, you know, kind of going along and doing our thing and doing our stitching at our own pace, and it's really been an enjoyable stitch. It definitely, I won't finish it in 2021. I definitely know that because I have a lot of other whips, which we'll talk about. I have a lot of other whips and I have a lot of other things I want to stitch on, but I am enjoying that so much and I look forward to the day when I can have it on my wall. Okay, so next I was supposed to work on Boo by Lizzie Kate. And I love Boo. My favorite time of year is Halloween, October, fall. Give me all the pumpkins, give me all the ghosts. Candy corns, all of it. I love fall. It is my very favorite. So I kind of want to savor that piece. You know, I really enjoy fall stitching the most, obviously, because it's my favorite season. So I was like, you know, I don't just kind of want to rush through it and work on it like it's, you know, just a whip I'm trying to bust out. So I decided to hold off on Boo. And I ran across a whip, and I posted this on my Instagram. Have you ever, I know you guys have, but there's whips, right, that you can pick up, or pieces that are finished, and it takes you back to a moment in your life, and you can remember what you were doing or what was going on at the time, even the seasons. And for me, this piece, and this piece is by, I believe it's by 2x2 Stitch Art. I will put it here on the screen. And I call it Wander, and it says, "Not all who wander are lost," and I will include the picture here. Here. Isn't that so pretty when it's done? Oh, I can't wait. But for me, when I started stitching this, it was in the summer. It was in the heat of summer like it is now, 5 million degrees. Wow, just constantly sweating. 5 million degrees, and I had the windows open, and it was summer evenings, and I remember hearing the crickets, and I remember listening to this great audiobook series. It was like a 6-book series, and I loved it, and I was just so into it, and I just remember stitching away on this piece. And so when I went to go get Boo, I saw this whip, and I was like, I have to stitch on it, because it's just summer to me. It reminds me of summer. So if you guys remember, I will insert a picture of where I was on this the last time you saw it. And this was after restarting it. I had gotten so far, and then I made a mistake at the bottom of the sphere, and I tried to frog it, and I cut a hole in the fabric. And I, you know, now looking back, I could have probably patched it. I could have probably gotten away with it, but I just, you know, I just wanted it to be right. So I restarted it, and I'm stitching this on a white 32 count linen, and here is where I got to. So I'm making a lot of progress. Isn't that so pretty? I don't know, it reminds me of summer too, like summer skies at night looking up. Oh, I just love it. This is, I think, a total of 4 DMC colors, and it just is a reminder how, no matter how much we love the fancy flosses and the silks, even DMC is just so beautiful. I mean, look at those blues. I love it so much. I love it so much. And you know, I had a hard time. So I was doing these, you know, like 4-day rotations, but then I didn't want to put it down. And for me, it's like, okay, just go with it. Like if you don't want to start something new and you just want to keep going with it, just go with it. But I had to rotate because I had plans. So I'm definitely going to bring this one out again, probably in July, because it just, like I said, it's like a summer piece in my mind to me. And it just feels right, stitching it in summer. Okay, so then I was like, okay, you deviated, get back on plan. And I decided to work on Winter. And this is by, I think it was, no, it's Country Cottage Needleworks, not Little House Needleworks. So this is what the pattern looks like. And I'm gonna go back a long, long time ago in one of my old floss tubes and get a picture of the last time I showed you this. So I will insert that here. So yeah, this has to have been over a year ago. I know I haven't worked on this piece in the past year. I think I started it in 2018 or maybe the end of 17. And I am stitching it on 32 count pewter Jobelin, and I finished it. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Again, this is DMC in this house, and that flag of winter, isn't that so beautiful? And the bunnies, which I'm obsessed with. I just love it so much. And it says hot cocoa, snowmen, icicles, mittens, snowflakes, and sledding. And look at that border at the bottom. Isn't that the cutest with the blues and the heart? Oh, I love it so much. So even though it's not winter, there were bunnies, and that I tell you, that inspired me. So I'm really excited to have this one done. You know, sometimes you're stitching away on a piece and for whatever reason you lost your motivation, and then you're like, oh, I gotta get back to it, I gotta do it. But then when you see it done, oh, I remember why I fell in love with it. I remember why I put in that very first stitch. So get through that whip pile. Oh, I love it so much. So pretty. Okay, so I got that one done. So getting that one done takes my current 32 whips down to 31 in my happy planner. And for those of you who are new here, I'll just show that really quickly. So I had a plan at the beginning of 2021. I had 35 whips. And I was like, okay, 35 is a good number. And I took some calendar pages and I put all 35 of those whips into a square on the calendar here. And so there's 35 whips or 35 open spaces that I can have going at any time. So if I finish a piece, I put a sticker over it, and that's where you can see a lot of the stickers here. I put a sticker over it and I can put something new there. I can start something new. And I've done that. I actually have, let's see, 12 finishes now for the year when I add in winter. So that's really good for me to have 12 finishes. So this system has really been working well for me. So I was at 32, but now winter, I can put a sticker over, and don't worry, I have things to fill it with. You know, I had said, okay, I'm gonna try and get down to like 25 whips and, you know, by the end of the year, but I don't know because people keep designing beautiful things and then I just keep buying them. Okay, and then let's talk about the last whip that I worked on. This is, I love this piece so much. This is the pink Sparrow sampler. It's an antique reproduction. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I did a giveaway for this on one of my videos, I think 2 videos ago, and I just love this so much. This piece, you know, I've spoke about it before. It's an anonymous stitcher. They don't know who stitched the piece, but it was brought back to life and recharted, and I love it so much. And I think it was done by Brenda Gervais, but I don't have the other piece over here, so I will confirm that for you and put it in the show notes below. Yeah, so I am loving this. So I decided to do it on the called for fabric, Weeks Dye Works Parchment, which is a beautiful color fabric, and it's 32 count. And I will insert a picture of where I was before I started. And here's where I am now. So I finished, let me put a paper behind it. I finished page 1. So page 1 was this whole portion here and like half of this sparrow. Half of this flower, half of this sparrow. So I completed page 1. Look at those colors. Can you even with those flosses? Oh, I love it so much. It's so beautiful. And then I got into page 2 and the very first thing I did was Mr. Sparrow here. And I'm loving stitching this. Again, I did not want to put this down the other night. I had a hard time taking it off the Q-snap. So I might actually stitch on it again tonight because those colors are so beautiful. Just those beautiful pastels. That speaks to me. So I am loving this. This is the old style Weeks Dye Works, and I don't know what base they used to use. If you know, put it in the comments down below. But I hear they are now using Zweigart, which I prefer Zweigart base. I like a little stiffer fabric. This is definitely a lot softer. It has a lot more give in the holes, but it's still a beautiful fabric, and I am in love with this color. I think this color with those flosses, the designer did so good. It looks beautiful. So I'm excited, and now I've got the bug, like I want to finish it. I want it on my wall, right? So that, my friends, was all the stitching for the past 2 weeks. Now, for the next 2 weeks in June, let's see what my plans were. Can't even remember. Okay, so I said I was going to work on the Advent border, and the Christmas Advent is the one I'm doing with my sister, Snow Day Stitcher, on Instagram, Melissa. And then Father's House, which I'm doing with Lori from Mischievous Stitches, and Lori is going to join me in this week to stitch on this. We're doing a little sale. And then finish up with United We Stand. And I love all of those too. I love all of those too. I guess it's good to have a lot of whips that you like, right? Because I don't ever dread picking something up. I love them all. Okay, let's talk haul. Like I said, it was a little bit bad, not terribly bad. First of all, and I'm so sorry I don't remember your name. One of the subscribers on my last Flosstube, I want to say, I know your name starts with a J. But she recommended to me, because I was going on and on and on about my love for Teresa Kogut, who is a designer from Michigan. It's something I learned. I mean, I'm not going to drive by her house. Maybe I will. No, Teresa, I know you don't watch my videos, but I promise not to drive by your house more than once. Anyway, Teresa Kogan, I'm obsessed with her work. I finished her Angel Pray. Then I started Curious Bunny immediately. And then I just got Springtime Robin and another bunny. Oh boy, and I just bought another one. And this one is so pretty, and it was recommended by my subscriber friend. And I was so grateful that she recommended it to me because she said, you know, have you seen For the Love of Nature? I think it's something you would like. And I mean, all it took was me to click on it and here's my credit card. Yes, please. It is so beautiful. This is, oh, it's a little bit shiny. For the Love of Nature. There is a deer kissing a squirrel. What else could you possibly need to know? Purchase it now. I mean, a deer kissing a squirrel. Oh my God. That's just pure genius in my opinion. And a red house. So it's a red house and a deer with a squirrel. And then look at all these other cute guys. There's a raccoon and a bunny and a fox. OMG, I'm starting it tonight. I'm starting it tonight. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's so nice. Like, it's in a book. It comes in an actual spiral bound book, and the pages are like really big, like the pattern's really big, so you can see it very clearly. And she talks about it a little bit. I don't know. I'm in love with it. I'm in love with it. So I had fabric in my stash, beautiful beige. And I bought all of the flosses, and you know what? Hold a minute, I'm gonna grab them. I'm back, and I have prepared for you a platter of floss. I already had these in my floss away bags, so I just took them out and I put them on my fabric in the Q-snap, and I made you a plate. A plate of amazingness. Look at those colors. It's definitely got like a fall vibe to it, but then you got that super bright pink. Isn't that pretty? And the fabric that I'm going to do it on, what you see underneath here, is 32 count beautiful beige. So there you go. Grab a fork. Oh my gosh, I want to dig right into that. It's so beautiful. So yeah, I think, and this is a big statement, but I think Teresa Kogan is my favorite. Promise not to drive by. Promise. Isn't that awesome? So yes, I am super excited. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry I can't remember your name. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Hopefully you'll stitch it with me. Maybe you have it and we can do a stitch along. Put a comment down below. Maybe we could do a stitch along. That would be fun. Okay, and then the other thing I did, and this was the big bad. This was the big bad. I have been eyeing, so I'm stitching in my father's house by the Bay Needle Arts. What a beautiful pattern that is. Lori from Mischievous Stitches that I mentioned, I'll put her name right here. She is much farther along than me, and her stitching is just gorgeous. So go check out her channel and you'll be able to see a much more beautiful piece than mine on Father's House. But while I was purchasing that, I just happened to browse around and I saw all these other beautiful charts. And then Brenda, the Handwork Maniac, whom I love. If you haven't watched Brenda, go check her out. She has like such a calming voice. I don't know. I feel like I almost go into a meditative state when I watch her channel. It's just so relaxing and calm. Anyway, she showed her progress on Serenity Harbor. And I sat on it for a week. It wasn't an immediate credit card. I did wait a week and then I pushed the button. The button still got pushed. But I waited a week, and so I was joking with my sister Melissa. I'm like, that's progress, right? Like, to wait 7 full days, I feel like I'm a recovering cross-stitch addict. Anyway, I will insert a picture of this pattern here. If you have not seen it, it is gorgeous. And so it is a 12-part, it's huge. My fabric, I haven't ordered the fabric yet. I'm debating between a couple. I am gonna do it in DMC, and there's like 50 colors of DMC. It's full coverage, like 3/4 of the piece is full coverage. And it is 34 inches of stitching. 34 inches long, and then I think it was like 12 inches wide. So that is a big piece. That is a big piece, especially when 3/4 of it is full coverage. But you know, something called to me. You know how you look at certain pieces and it just resonates in your soul. It touches something somewhere in your brain and in your soul, and you're like, I have to have it. So a lot of people do Hades. I have not done a Hade, and I've looked through their catalog. Beautiful stuff. Nothing that like spoke to me. This speaks to me. This whispers, Melanie, take out your credit card. And it works. So it definitely spoke to me, and I definitely listened. And so next video, hopefully I'll have my fabric, and then I can show you the fabric floss combination. So I said I was down to 31. I definitely will be starting this for the love of nature. I love this so much. And I definitely will be starting Serenity Harbor, because if I factor in 40 more years, I may actually finish it. I may. It's been a long time. Oh, so that was the stitching portion of my video. If that's all you were here for, I will wish you well, and I hope to see you next time. Next, I am going to talk some sewing. I am going to talk about the giveaway that I announced in my last video for my patriotic bag, Oh Say Can You See. So I started an Etsy shop named the BusyBunnyBagCompany because I love bunnies. And I have 4 different sizes of bags in there now. There is a mini, a small, a medium, and a large. And the large is a new one that I made the dimensions a bit bigger because I wanted to fit an 11 by 11 Q-snap, because some of the projects like Serenity Harbor are huge. So this is a size medium, and just so you guys remember, this is the bag. I love this patriotic fabric. It spoke to me. It said purchase please. I love it so much. It's just been a joy stitching it. And then the zipper pull, I know you guys have seen from last time. It's got the glass beads, red, white, and blue, and the star. And the winner of this, I will insert a video here. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to show you that I put in the giveaway tag for the bag, which was flag, and we had 152 comments. And I hit the random picker, and Jenny, the long dog stitcher, you are the winner of my flag bag. I think you need to start buying lottery tickets because you win all the time. So congratulations, Jenny. I will put my email in the drop down below. Send me your address and I will send it out in the mail to you. Bye. So congratulations, Jenny. I became hysterical laughing because I've been watching your Flosstube for a very long time, and I know that you've said before, like, I just won again. I don't know, I just won again. You've never won anything from my channel, but you have definitely won a lot of things over the years, and I am just excited to send this to you. I know that you'll enjoy it. Yeah, so send me an email. I'm gonna put my email in the pull down box below. Send me an email and I will get this in the mail to you, Jenny. So congratulations. So I have been sewing a ton of those. If you didn't win today and you still want one, I have one more batch of those going up into my shop on Friday at 7 o'clock. I'm gonna start just doing Fridays at 7, whatever leftover fabric I have, whatever I manage to sew, I will put it in my shop Fridays at 7 so that you guys know when to expect them. And I'll link my shop below. But my giveaway for this week is my new creation, and I loved this patriotic one, but then I did this one and I think I love this one more. So what inspired me with this one is one of my very favorite things in summertime is watermelon. I love watermelon. It just reminds me of summer. It's something about when you see watermelons, I think 4th of July, I just think summer. And so this bag I am calling Sweet Summertime. Isn't that so cute? I'm telling you guys, go get this fabric at Joann's. It is just adorable. So it's this watermelon fabric on the front and the back, and then this black polka dot. Isn't that just adorable? And then the inside, again, it has the watermelon again up top, kind of as a contrast. And wait till you see this charm. Wait till you see this charm. So again, these are the same type of beads. They're the glass beads. But this one has like they did like a matte color over top of it, almost like a pearlized, like an iridescent pink and red. And look at that watermelon charm. Is that not so cute? I used to have when I was a kid, I don't know if you guys had them, but we had these, they were like, I think it was like an 80s, early 90s thing. They were like a plastic necklace and they looked like a chain, and you could go and buy charms and these charms would hook onto them. And so we would collect like all these plastic charms, just, like cheap cosmetic jewelry. And I remember being so excited. Me and my sisters, we had these charms. And that's what I feel like when I'm shopping on Etsy for coordinating charms for my bags. I feel like I'm collecting charms for that necklace again. It makes me really joyful. So sweet summertime, if you would like to be entered to win this, I will ship it anywhere in the world. In 2 weeks, I will be back to give this away to a lucky winner. Just put the word watermelon in your comment below and you will be entered to win. Isn't that so adorable? I love it. I love it. So when I'm done sewing these patriotic bags, I'm gonna get into these. These will probably be in my shop, not this Friday, but the Friday after. I may get 1 or 2 in this Friday, but probably not, because I still have a couple more bags to do on the patriotic. I love it so much. Okay, let's move on to shout-outs. I have been watching a lot of Flosstube. I have my little Kindle set up in my sewing room, so when I'm sewing, I watch all of you amazing, wonderful people who do Flosstubes. And the one I wanted to shout out today, she's a new Flosstuber. I think she has maybe 4 videos. Her name is Laura, the Colorful Stitcher. Laura, Colorful Stitching Girl. Laura, the Colorful Stitching Girl. Laura is such a sweetie. Now kudos to Laura because she lives in the Netherlands and she speaks such good English. And I'm telling you, I can't imagine, like, doing these Flosstubes is hard enough for me to like keep coherent thoughts and remember what I was gonna say and all the notes, let alone to do it in a foreign language. I just find that fascinating, and thank you so much, Laura, for putting forth that effort to do that because you're just so enjoyable to watch. So Laura's a mom. She has a little boy. I think he's around 2, and she lives in the Netherlands with her boyfriend, and she loves colors. That is her thing. That's where her name comes from. She is doing big pieces too, so she's full coverage. She's doing one called The Reef, and it is massive. I mean, it is just this massive ocean scene. It's so beautiful. And she started it in regular colors and then decided to convert to max colors, and she's blending it all. So impressive. And then she's also doing African mammals, which is a gorgeous piece. I love that one as well. She's so sweet, and she just announced in her last video that she's getting married, and she picked out her wedding dress, and it's just so wonderful to see. She talks about her garden. They have kind of like a community space where they can do a garden, and she has a garden there, and her son's picking strawberries. So go give Laura a shout. She's just such a sweet person, and she said on there, she goes, I'm doing this because I want to talk about cross stitch with people who get it, with people who have the same passions, with people who understand how much we love this. And yeah, so she is awesome. Give her some love. Okay, let's talk our happy card. What number are we on? So these are our I Am Everything cards. I got these on Amazon, and they're just supposed to be affirmations and positive uplifting thoughts, and I thought, why not share that with all of us? We can always use positive thoughts in the world. We are on number 9. So we've done 9 of these. I can't believe it. I am inspiring. I am inspiring to those around me even when I don't realize it. When I am welcoming, kind, and giving towards people, it inspires them to respond to me the same way. I am inspiring. Oh, this couldn't be more true about our community, right, guys? This couldn't be more true because I am blown away not only on the Flosstube community, and the comments that you guys put on my video alone are just, I tear up. They get me in the feels. You guys are just so kind and so willing to share that kindness with a stranger, right? You've never met me. And it is so inspiring, and it inspires me to be a better person everywhere I go and everything I do, and just try to be kinder and give grace and have some compassion, because you just don't know what people are going through. And you know, we've all been through hard times. And so I am constantly inspired. And like I was saying, not just on Flosstube, but on Instagram. So many kind people just lifting each other up. You know, that is the best part I think about this community, is that people lift each other up. We're not here trying to tear each other down. We're happy for each other's successes. We're happy for each other's life and good things that happen. And when you finish a project, and you know, it's just inspiring to others to chime in and show that kindness. So all of you are inspiring to me, every single one of you. And I just appreciate this community so much. I appreciate being a part of it so much. It really has changed my life. It really has changed my life, and shown me so many projects that enable me all the time. So I will be back in 2 weeks. Do not forget, if you would like to be entered for the watermelon bag, just say watermelon in your comments, and I will give this away in 2 weeks. And until I talk to you again, have a wonderful 4th of July. I hope you guys are enjoying summer. Get some sun, get some stitching in, kick your feet back, and remember, you are inspiring, not only just to me, but to so many others. Until next time, bye.